In this section, titled The Emotional Plate: How Feelings Shape Our Eating Habits, we delve into a common yet often overlooked aspect of our eating habits. We often associate food with nourishment, but food is more than just fuel for our bodies. It's intricately linked to our emotions. Understanding this connection is crucial for developing a healthier relationship with food. Emotional eating, or eating in response to feelings rather than physical hunger, is a common experience. By recognizing its influence, we can make conscious choices that support both our physical and emotional well-being. When we experience stress, sadness, or even happiness, our food choices can be directly affected. This interplay between our feelings and what we choose to eat is at the heart of emotional eating. For many, certain emotions can lead to overeating or unhealthy food choices. We might reach for sugary snacks when stressed or indulge in comfort foods when feeling down. However, relying on food to manage emotions can have negative consequences in the long run. By learning to identify and address the root causes of emotional eating, we can break free from these cycles and cultivate a healthier relationship with food. In this segment, when stress drives us to devour, the science of emotional eating, we explore how stress is a common trigger for emotional eating. When we're stressed, our bodies release cortisol, a hormone that can increase appetite and cravings for sugary, fatty foods. These foods provide a quick energy boost and trigger the release of dopamine, creating a temporary feeling of relief. However, this relief is short-lived and often followed by feelings of guilt and regret. Chronic stress can further exacerbate emotional eating patterns. When we're constantly under pressure, our bodies remain in a heightened state of alert, leading to elevated cortisol levels and persistent cravings for unhealthy foods. This can create a vicious cycle of stress eating, where we reach for food to cope with stress, only to feel worse afterward, perpetuating the cycle. The types of foods we crave when stressed can also vary. Some individuals might find themselves drawn to salty snacks, while others might crave sugary treats. Managing stress through healthy coping mechanisms is essential for breaking the cycle of emotional eating. By addressing the root cause of stress, we can regain control over our eating habits and make choices that support our overall well-being. In this section titled Comfort Food, Explained: Seeking Solace in Sweet and Savory Treats, we examine why we often turn to food for comfort during times of sadness, grief, or loneliness. These comfort foods often hold nostalgic value, reminding us of happy times or providing a sense of familiarity and security. They might include childhood favorites, dishes associated with positive memories, or simply foods that make us feel good. The connection between comfort food and emotional well-being runs deep. These foods often trigger the release of endorphins, natural mood boosters that can provide a temporary sense of relief from negative emotions. For many, indulging in comfort food is a way to self-soothe, to numb emotional pain, or to fill a void. However, relying solely on comfort food to cope with difficult emotions can be detrimental in the long run. While these foods might provide temporary solace, they don't address the underlying emotional issues. Finding healthy ways to cope with negative emotions is crucial for breaking free from emotional eating patterns. In this final section, Beyond Boredom, Unmasking the Reasons Behind Mindless Munching, we address another common form of emotional eating: boredom eating. When we're bored or lacking stimulation, we often turn to food for entertainment or distraction. This type of eating is often mindless, meaning we're not paying attention to our hunger cues or the amount of food we're consuming. Several factors contribute to boredom eating: lack of structure in our day, easy access to snacks, and the constant bombardment of food advertisements can all increase our likelihood of mindless munching. Additionally, boredom can lead to feelings of restlessness and dissatisfaction, which we might try to alleviate through food. The consequences of boredom eating can be significant. It can lead to overconsumption of calories, weight gain, and contribute to unhealthy eating habits. Breaking free from boredom eating requires finding alternative sources of stimulation and fulfillment. Recognizing the triggers, signs you're eating your emotions. Recognizing the signs of emotional eating is the first step towards breaking free from its grip. Here are some common indicators that you might be eating your emotions. Eating when not physically hungry. You reach for food even though you've recently eaten and don't feel physical hunger pangs. Using food to cope with emotions. You turn to food for comfort when feeling stressed, sad, anxious, or bored. Feeling guilty or ashamed after eating. You experience feelings of regret or shame after eating, particularly when you've overeaten or made unhealthy food choices. Hiding your eating habits. You eat in secret or try to conceal the amount or types of food you're consuming. Having difficulty controlling your food intake, you find it challenging to stop eating once you've started, even when you're feeling full. By acknowledging the issue and seeking support, you can begin to develop healthier coping mechanisms and cultivate a more balanced relationship with food. Mindful eating is a powerful practice that can help us break free from emotional eating patterns. It involves paying full attention to the present moment while eating, noticing the taste, texture, and aroma of our food without judgment. By engaging all our senses and cultivating awareness, we can begin to differentiate between physical hunger and emotional cravings. Practicing mindful eating involves several key steps. First, create a conducive eating environment, free from distractions like television or smartphones. Sit down at a table, choose your food intentionally, and savor each bite. Pay attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues, eating slowly and stopping when you feel satisfied, not overly full. The benefits of mindful eating extend beyond weight management. It can reduce stress, improve digestion, enhance food enjoyment, and foster a healthier relationship with food. By cultivating a greater awareness of our eating habits, we can make conscious choices that support both our physical and emotional well-being. Breaking free from emotional eating requires developing healthy coping mechanisms for managing emotions. Here are some practical strategies to tame the urge to turn to food for comfort. Identify your triggers. Pay attention to the situations, emotions, or thoughts that lead you to eat emotionally. Keep a journal to track your eating habits and identify patterns. Find alternative coping mechanisms. When you feel the urge to eat emotionally, engage in activities that help you relax and de-stress, such as exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or pursuing hobbies. Plan your meals and snacks. Having healthy food options readily available can help prevent impulsive eating. Prepare meals in advance or stock your pantry and refrigerator with nutritious snacks. Practice portion control. Be mindful of portion sizes and avoid eating directly from containers. Use smaller plates and bowls to help manage portions visually. Stay hydrated. Sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated and prevent unnecessary snacking. If you find that emotional eating is significantly impacting your life, or if you're struggling to manage it on your own, seeking professional help is crucial. A therapist or registered dietitian specializing in emotional eating can provide personalized guidance and support. Therapy can help you identify the underlying emotional triggers driving your eating habits and develop healthier coping mechanisms. A therapist can teach you cognitive behavioral techniques to challenge negative thoughts and behaviors related to food and eating. A registered dietitian can help you develop a personalized meal plan that meets your nutritional needs and supports your emotional well-being. Seeking professional help is a sign of strength, not weakness. The journey to balanced eating is an ongoing process that involves self-awareness, self-compassion, and a commitment to making choices that support both our physical and emotional health. It's not about striving for perfection or adhering to restrictive diets, but rather about cultivating a mindful and balanced approach to food. Embracing self-care practices is crucial for supporting this journey. This includes prioritizing sleep, managing stress, engaging in regular physical activity, and nurturing meaningful connections. When we feel good about ourselves and our lives, we're less likely to turn to food for comfort or escape. Remember that setbacks are a normal part of the process. Don't be discouraged if you slip up or revert to old habits. Instead, view these moments as opportunities for learning and growth. Approach yourself with kindness and understanding, and recommit to your goals with renewed determination. Understanding the intricate link between our emotions and eating habits is paramount for fostering a healthier relationship with food. By recognizing the triggers that drive emotional eating, we can begin to break free from these patterns and make conscious choices that support both our physical and mental well-being. Mindful eating emerges as a powerful tool in this journey, enabling us to savor our food, recognize our body's cues, and differentiate between physical hunger and emotional cravings. As we cultivate greater awareness, we can make deliberate choices that nourish our bodies and satisfy our taste buds without relying on food as a coping mechanism. Remember that achieving a balanced relationship with food is a journey, not a destination. By prioritizing self-care, managing stress, and seeking professional guidance when necessary, we can break free from emotional eating patterns and cultivate a healthier, happier relationship with food.